new strobe light options for your drone. That coming up right after this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about strobe lights for your drone. Now we've done a previous video on this before where we tested the Firehouse Technology's ARC, the Firehouse Technology Dual, and the Flytron Strobe Cree strobe lights. And if you want to see that video, you can check the link right up here and be able to see that original comparison. But now we've got another couple contenders here to deal with. So let's talk about them now. First, we have the reigning champ from the last one. This is the Firehouse Technology's ARC II, if we can get a focus there. And it has 4 Cree LED strobe lights on it. It has a built-in battery pack, lasts you several hours. It is rechargeable by a micro USB. And then next up, we've got 2 new options to go up against our challenger here. First off, we have the, this is by Lume, the people that make those square lights that we've all come to know and love. This is the Anti-Collision Strobe by Lume. Now this has its own self-contained plastic housing. It is somewhat water resistant, moisture resistant. It has plastic plugs that go in the top and bottom, and it also has 4 Cree LED lights in it as well. Just like the ARC II, it has a slow flash, a fast flashing, and a steady on mode. So there's that one. Now just ignore the housings that these are in, these mounts. Those are our strobe mounts that we use to attach them to the drone. We'll have links in the description below for those as well. So the third light that we're going to be testing, it is also by Firehouse Technologies. Now, I was excited to see that they have a new strobe technology. They say it's about 30% brighter than their previous LED modules. So what we have here is the Firehouse Technology Lightning Strobe. Now the Lightning Strobe only has 3 LEDs, but we'll see if it can hold up to its big brother, the ARC II. This strobe is a little bit less expensive as well, so if you're wanting to outfit your drone with multiple strobes, it is the cheapest of the 3 options, currently on sale I think for around $29 US, and the Lume is currently at $50 US, so this is the most expensive of the ones tested. And then you can typically get the ARC II from between $36 and $39 US per strobe. So what we're going to do is we are going to attach these 3 strobes to a single drone so we can check their brightness basically at different distances heading out away from us. So we'll have one facing to the back, one facing to the side, and one facing to the front, and we'll simply rotate the drone 90 degrees as we go out at different increments. So we're going to first do that during the day so we can see how they look during the day. Now a lot of people say, well, why would I need a strobe light during the day? I can see my drone just fine. Well, they do aid you in being able to see your drone both against like a tree line, any kind of dark background. If you have a Mavic, say, it is a dark drone, it tends to disappear against tree lines. And likewise with, say, the Phantom 4 series, when you get up in the sky a little distance away, you can easily lose it in clouds, or even just a light blue sky, you can easily lose it. So these strobes will help you be able to see your drone during the day as well. So after our daylight test, we are also then going to go ahead and do a nighttime test and do the exact same thing. Again, having the strobes mounted 90 degrees from each other, so we can simply just rotate the drone around and be able to compare it directly, how bright they are at a distance. Now, before we go out and start flying, first I want to go ahead and do a test with a variable ND filter. Now what a variable ND filter is simply will stop down the light that comes through the filter to be able to essentially see how bright these strobes are. So let's go ahead and look at that test. We'll essentially go from about a 4 ND filter all the way up to about a 200 All right, now that that test is done, let's go out. It's daytime. Let's go ahead and fly during the day and test these 3 strobes, put them head to head and see which one's the brightest. All right, this is the lightning strobe. We will turn 90 degrees. That will be the ARC II. Pointed directly back at me. That will be the Lume cube. Lume cube already isn't nearly as bright, so again, Lume cube, 90 degrees. That's the Firehouse Technology ARC II. And that is the Firehouse Technology Lightning. Alright, let's go out a little bit further. Right now we're at 982 feet. And we are 150 feet in elevation. We will go out to, say, 2,000 feet. And do the same test again. Actually, let's stop at 1,500 feet. We're at about 1515 right now. Alright. We're going to have to look real close. I might bring it up a little bit just so we can maybe bring it up to about 200 feet. There's 220. Alright, let's turn it 90. I'm not seeing anything with the lightning strobe. Let's turn it 90, see if anything shows up with the arc. Oh, yeah, now I see it. Alright, let me go back to the lightning. And to the arc. Then to the Lume cube. Now that Lume cube is not very visible at all. Okay, ARC II. Now we're back to the lightning strobe. Alright, let's go out to 2,000 feet. Almost there, 18, 19, alright, we're at 2,000 feet. And we are at 226 feet in elevation. Alright, just at a glance, I've kind of lost it. Let me turn it 90 degrees and see if we can see that ARC II strobe. Now, so I would say about that 1,500 feet line is pretty accurate as far as being able to see. Okay, there's the ARC II, which I still don't see it. Let's turn it directly facing toward me. That should be the Lume cube. And I cannot see any of them. Alright, I'm going to start bringing it back to me until we see it. Alright, now we're at 800 feet. That's the lightning. Turn it 90. That's the ARC II. Turn it 90 again, back toward me. That is the Lume cube. So, definitely not pleased at all, especially with how expensive that Lume cube is. Not very good. Okay, we'll continue to fly toward us. Now this is the Lume cube facing us right now. We'll come into about 500 feet and we'll do this test again. Now again, this is still the Lume cube. Oops, we went a little bit past it. So we are at 450 feet. That's alright. So there is the Lume cube. We turn 90 degrees. We will be able to see now the ARC II. Turn 90 degrees again. And that is the lightning strobe. Alright, again facing us, that is the Lume cube. Turn at 90. That is the ARC II. Now with the back facing to us right now, that is the lightning strobe. Well, what'd you think about that daytime flight? Go ahead and leave me notes in the comments section below. Let me know what you thought, and we will here shortly go ahead and head out at night. This is going to be just past civil twilight, probably around half an hour past civil twilight. So we'll have a good comparison again with those three strobes head to head. All right, same setup as before, but at nighttime. It is currently 9:30 in the evening, about 40 minutes past civil twilight. I do have my daytime flight waiver through the FAA, and I am meeting all the requirements of my daytime flight waiver. So here we go. On the back side we have the Firehouse Technology's lightning strobe. On the left side of the drone we have the Firehouse Technology's ARC II. And on the front we have the Lume cube anti-collision strobe. So we're going to take it off, go out in certain increments, and we will check the visibility of each of those. So here we go. Alright, so we are currently at 1,000 feet away from us. Let me go ahead and get it at an even increment in altitude. We are right at 200 feet in the air. And right now we're looking at the Firehouse Technology's lightning strobe. We'll turn it 90 degrees. And then we should be looking at the ARC II strobe. So that is the ARC II strobe. And then we will turn it 90 degrees again, facing us. And this is the Lume cube strobe. We are getting a little bit of other strobing in there, but for the most part, the majority light we are seeing is the Lume cube strobe. Alright, we'll turn back around, tail toward us again, and we will head back out. Let's go another 1,000 feet out. And we will go up another 100 feet in the air. Alright. Alright, so now we're at roughly 2,000 feet out and 300 feet in altitude. The current strobe you're looking at right now is the Firehouse Technology's lightning strobe. We will turn it 90 degrees, and then you will be looking at now. That is the ARC II strobe. Alright, and then we'll turn it nose toward us, and this will be the Lume Cube strobe. Alright, now we'll head back out another 1,000 feet. We'll go to 3,000 feet. Alright, now we're at approximately 3,000 feet. The tail is toward us, so that is the Firehouse Technology's lightning strobe. We will turn it 90 degrees. Now that is the Firehouse Technology's ARC II strobe. Alright, one more time, 90 degrees toward us, nose toward us. That is the Lume Cube. Much dimmer. Alright, let's go out another 1,000 feet. Alright, we are now 4,000 feet out. We have the tail toward us, so that is the Firehouse Technology's lightning strobe. Alright, and we'll turn it 90 degrees toward us, to where the side is facing at us. So this is the Firehouse Technology's ARC II strobe. Alright, now we'll turn it nose toward us. So this will be the Lume Cube. Almost not visible at all. Still visible, but much dimmer than the others. Alright, let's finally go out to 1 mile. So tail is toward us now, and we will head out 1 mile. I'm going to increase my altitude by another 100 feet.
Maximum flight altitude reached.
Alright, we are at almost 1 mile, 5,200. Alright, 5,200 and... Alright, 80 feet, just thereabouts. About 393 feet in the air. This is, again, the Firehouse Technology's lightning strobe, because the tail's facing us. Alright, and then we will rotate it 90 degrees. So the side is facing us. This is the Firehouse Technology's ARC II strobe. Alright, and lastly, this is the Lume Cube. Alright, so that's going to conclude our test. I don't want to go out any further right now, so we will bring it on back. Alright, just a note, the strobing effect you're seeing right now is from the lights above us shining on the props. That is not the strobe below us. Here I'm looking all the way down, and you cannot even see that strobe light, just as a reference. A lot of people ask, well, can you see those strobe lights? Not usually, no. So under certain atmospheric conditions, you can see them. If it's foggy out, or there's moisture or mist in the air, you can see them. But for the most part, no, you cannot see those. Now this is specifically just for the Phantom 4 series, the Phantom series. The Mavics, especially the Mavic Air, you can tend to see those a little bit more, just because they are closer to the camera. But even the Mavic 2 Pro, I haven't seen much on the video footage itself. Alright guys, we're back from that nighttime test. Let me again know what you think during the nighttime test, which one you thought was the brightest. My clear winner is again still the ARC II. That is still my favorite. It is, in my opinion, the brightest, but I will let you guys judge for yourselves and what you think. So that's it guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We're always coming out with new tutorials and new products for you guys for all different kinds of drones, from DJI to Unique to Autel, and even some Parrot drone stuff. So again, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and as always guys, fly safe.